This is Twister on the Xformer, performed at the front, facing the front, and your setup. You'll grab your high handlebars, stand on your carriage around the first white line. Now we're going to work left waistline, so you're going to turn all 10 toes to the right side of the room, cross your left foot in front of your right foot, so there's a big gap between your left heel and your right toes, and you're crossed from above the knees. Now slowly control the carriage back until there's a long diagonal line from crown of head to tail. Now that was a lot, so I'll show you from the front as well. You pivot your toes to the side of the room. Primary leg steps in front, secondary leg steps behind. You'll be crossed from above your knees. Bring your chest over the platform as you glide your legs back in space. Now the movement is really, really small here, okay? So it's just a bite of your left hip, your primary hip, up to your left rib. You want to get that nice cinch on the side of your waistline. You'll press into your left hand as you shove your left hip up to your left rib. And then as legs glide back, tiny tuck of your tail under, like you want to point your tailbone down towards the backs of your knees. Now, if we want to make this feel easier, we can lift up onto our tippy toes, and it's going to feel like way less severe of a twist for our left waistline. Okay, so a few things that I tend to see go wrong. Number one is just like way too big of a range of motion. So as you can see here, as the carriage goes back, my hips drop too low. And then as the carriage comes in, my feet come underneath my hips, which essentially means I'm just standing on the machine and no longer keeping the work in my obliques. Another thing you'll see is sinking into the upper body. So you want to press into the handlebars to kind of puff up the upper back. And then one more time, for good measure, here is proper form, proper range of motion. Remember, teeny, tiny, and slow is the name of the game.